All right, guys, we're back. Today, what we're going to talk about is the next phase of our E70 project, or something we've got going on with it. I haven't quite put together all the footage. I know I've mentioned in some of the other previous videos that we do have a issue with the PDC sensor. I did mention that. So pretty much we started out. I guess I'll take this harness out in a second and let you guys see what it looks like. But this is the front PDC sensor harness. Initially what I've done so far is I did have to remove the bumper, and I attempted to replace the sensor, which it had a fault for the right side front. Well, they call it the right front center PDC sensor, which is the inner PDC sensor. So I put the sensor in, I cleared the fault. It did go away briefly, but it came immediately back, indicating that I still have a problem. So what I ended up doing, since I had the bumper reinstalled, I had the bumper off partially so I can get to the install the sensor, because you got to kind of pull it back a little bit. So what I did was I swapped the left center and right center PDC sensors amongst each other. So if the sensor was defective, then that sensor should have set a fault for the left center. But the fault instead stayed on the right center PDC sensor. And I'm going to take this out of the packaging and kind of show you why this is the next step in the diagnosis for that. All right, so this is our PDC harness for the front park distance parking system. And now the front, the center and the outer ones, both center and both outer ones, they have different connections. I believe the two center are these connections here, and the outer ones, well, I might have been, well, yeah, I think the outer ones are these all black connectors, and then the inner ones are these connectors with this white. So pretty much these sensors have a power grounding signal, but I believe in the harness, that's probably what this part here is. This big part of the harness. It's kind of a little tricky to see, but typically in the wiring harness, when you see a big wire like this, that means something's kind of spliced or soldered in together. So I want to say that they share power and ground and have different signals. Thus right here, we have the harness here, which is probably, I'm thinking 6 to 7 wires. So we got two, 4, let's see, this is 7 and 8 pin connector. So it's a 6-pin connector. So you have 4 wires. So that would make sense. So it was, I think it was throwing either a short to positive or a short to ground fault. So the only thing that I can figure is that within the harness, something is possibly shorted together, throwing that fault, because that's the only sensor that has that fault. This right here will plug into your main. I guess it's kind of like a connection at the front for the front body harness at the bumper area. Pretty much that way, if you like got to take the bumper off or whatever, you can just quick disconnect this to get to the rest of it. So I'm hoping that this right here is going to solve the problem with the park distance control system. If anything would be a further issue, like if I put this harness on and I'm still having an issue, then from there, that would mean that I'll have to check continuity between the ground wire or the signal wire from there to the module, which the module in this vehicle is a part of the JBE, which is the junction box electronics. So that's the module that contains the PDC. And that will be kind of hard to explain to you guys who are not familiar with BMW. But instead of having over time, versus having a control module for every function or everything, they started kind of combining control modules together. So the JBE, I believe on this car, it runs a lot of the body electronics. Like I know the rear power windows for sure, like maybe your front and rear window defroster, a lot of like body functions, kind of different stuff. And I think it supplies power back to the tailgate too. So versus having one module per everything, you have one module that can perform sometimes now 5 to 10 functions, at least 3 or more functions. So one module is basically doing multiple things. It's multitasking, if you will. All right, so that's gonna be it for right now, and I'm gonna get that bumper off and put this in, and hopefully that take care of the issue. All right, it's cool, Fred here, back in action with Project E70. About to pull this front bumper cover out and replace this this PDC harness here, and hopefully that'll fix our PDC sensor issue there. So, all right, pretty much the plan like last time is these 3 screws right here. Loosen those, and then we'll pull this back just a little bit on the side. This arch fender trim, and then we got 4 screws up here. This one just only got 3. Well, probably got 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got 5 screws up there. And then we got like 4 along here. And these 3 over here. Looks like 1 or 2 are missing. But so yeah. Gonna get that bad boy up out of there. Alright, I got this front bumper off. And this that harness right here. So that's the right side outer PDC sensor. And these are the 2 center. These 2 center ones are the same. Those are the ones I swapped. I swapped those, and the code's still there. And then this the left outer one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put get this harness replaced and get this bumper back on there. And hopefully that fixes that issue. All right, I got the new harness in there. So there it is. Now these 2 center ones, the right and left inner are keyed a little different, so you can't plug these into the outer ones. So the outer and inner ones are different. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this bumper back on. Alright guys, I believe we have ignition and they're ready for blast off. Because before I put everything back together, I did a little test and it seemed like we got what we need. The PDC sensor system is now working. So operation is a success. Alright guys. Let's get back to the house here, but so basically the PDC sensor system is working like it's supposed to. So I get close to some, it'll go green like it's supposed to. If I back up, I'm not really close to anything in the back. There is a couple cars on the side, but it's working like it's supposed to. So that's what we want. That's what we want. All right, guys. Project E70 is about to come to a close. I replaced that PDC wire harness. Got the park distance control system working like it's supposed to. The front PDC sensors and also the rear ones, but the front, I had a fault for one of the front ones. Everything's working like it's supposed to, and we did that transmission service. So in the last video I updated, just got a little driving footage, but yeah, the transmission shifts a lot smoother, a lot more crisp, and also there's peace of mind that you got that old fluid out of there, and you can put on many more miles without expecting to have a problem out of the transmission. Alright guys, this is pretty much going to conclude this video right here, or this segment. Until next time, just want to thank you guys for checking out the content that I've been putting out. Thanks for checking out Cool Fred's Beamer Tech. If you like the content, like the videos, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.